There's a show called PValley. I don't watch it. Ron watches it. What's it about, Ron?
So it's about a club called PValley. The owner of the club is a gay male. He wears like wigs and shit.
A black man.
It's a strip club, right? They have strippers, and he's also like a drug dealer.
Wow.
And
everything,
of course.
Yeah, like it's
real
like,
life.
The book of tropes.
What's his name?
I'm telling you, I can't think of his name right now, but
right.
it's just like
character one.
No, I'm telling you,
Black man one.
it's
that's how they label them.
Everything on steroids.
Everything on steroids.
Yeah.
Is there a straight black man in the show?
Yes, a lot of them.
Okay. They
were in a strip club.
Apparently, there's a scene where it went viral of one of the main characters might be getting fellatio from another man.
Okay.
Yeah. And Little Duval, comedian, ATL, he tweeted out, he was like, yeah, PValley lost me. They need a super gay advisory on like they do everything else on movies.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Everybody gave him a hard time. Let me see if I can show
You already know that one.
Let me see if I can show up some of the comments.
Yeah, because they definitely have like a strong sexual conduct advisory at the start of every show, because every episode of PValley, somebody getting their dick sucked.
That's not specific enough, though.
Somebody getting.
I concur.
All right, it says yeah, PValley lost me. They need a super gay advisory on movies like they got for everything else, because there's a lot to see if you're not used to it, which is could be triggering. But the writer, Patrick Ian Polk or whatever, as a writer, he reposted and everything. As a writer and producer of PValley, especially as a writer for this episode, I encourage you to step away from Kukakalisha.
I can't see all the way over there.
Maybe it's a character, Kukakalisha. This show is not for you. Go watch something else, cause the gay ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
And someone else had a lot of retweets. It was like, if you are a hetero black man that is pressed by gay sex, you are just a bigot. This is about the fact that black men do not want to unlearn their bigotry. They are making the active choice not to deprogram themselves from the Ku Klux clownery and doctrine
from God
into them.
All right, bro. I'm gonna say
God
one thing.
is canceled. Let's just cancel them.
Hey,
let's just burn all religious books, because I'm pretty sure they're all against that shit.
Yo,
I don't know none of them that are cool with a dude sucking another dude off. Not one. Is there a religion for gays? Maybe. I don't know about it though.
The Catholic priest, he was like, "Yo, it's okay."
I mean, because he got so much pressure.
Hey, I'm making this my
He got a lot of pressure. That's why
they pressing, like they are literally making religions change their mind for this percentage of the population. They are changing religions, my nigga. Think about that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They are changing the concept of God.
That's a lot of power.
Everything in every religious book says that's wrong.
Yep.
And they're like, yo, if you think that that's wrong, you're a bigot. Wait a minute. So is God a bigot? It's every God, not just the Christians, but all of them. Because I don't see that being okay in any religious concept anywhere.
But
I could be wrong, but I ain't seen it.
I'm not saying
Ron loves everybody. Go ahead.
I'm not saying religiously it's okay. But what I'm saying is I don't care.
Like, that's perfectly fine. I don't care either.
Slim, I know for a fact your favorite uncle is gay.
Yeah,
I know for a fact.
Yeah, but my favorite uncle, my gay uncle.
No, time out. Time out.
Let me know that he might be in the room. I'm not gonna knock.
Time out. My older brother, because you know, I grew up in the house with our gay uncle. Okay. My older brother went downstairs to do laundry one day, and he went into the basement. You know, his elbow was in the basement, and what he saw. Look. He was in 10th grade. He said he got to the basement, saw what he saw, dropped the clothes, ran up the stairs and out the front door and down the street and made a left and kept running. And by the time he stopped running, he was at Union Station.
He was at Gallaudet.
He ran from Gallaudet to Union. He ran from Trinidad to Union Station, and then when he started running, he was just like.
It's still there.
Like, what did I just see?
He ran to the wharf.
Bruh, he run.
What do y'all think about?
He ran so he couldn't run no more. But long story short, man, it ain't none of my business what they doing. I don't care, dog. As long as you don't try to put your gay shit on me, I don't care.
That's the key.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think about Lil Duval saying there needs to be a gay advisory on shows like this?
Okay, think about this. I'm sorry, you about to say something?
No, big bro. Go ahead.
Think about this. What if you have a teenage boy who's been molested by a gay, but isn't gay, and he's watching that show and he doesn't know what's about to happen? They don't think about everybody. Like, that's the problem with that specific community. They're so fixated on making everybody accept them that they literally just ignore everything else.
Entitlement.
This is complete entitlement. Take everything that we're giving you, accept us, and we don't give a fuck how it's affecting anybody else. Your kids, other.
Accept me for this.
Just let me put all this shit in your face and just accept it. Like, nigga, we accept. Like, I'm a pro wrestling fan. One of my favorite wrestlers is Nyla Rose. It's a fucking transgender. She's a fucking girl now, but she's a fucking monster wrestler. She's fucking great. I like watching her wrestle.
Wait, she's wrestling men? I mean,
she's wrestling
women?
girls, but it's wrestling. It's fake. Who cares? You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's all staged.
It's not boxing. Go ahead.
Yeah, but another dude, like Anthony Bowens in AEW, gay as shit. But he's one of my favorite, fucking hilarious.
I love Goldust.
Well, Goldust ain't gay.
He acted gay.
He acted gay, but he's not actually gay. But he did gay shit.
He was another reason why it's acceptable.
It's like, but he was a heel, so he was kind of pushing on you on purpose as a character.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what they doing
the
now.
Wrestlers I'm mentioning now, you don't know they gay based on their character. Like Nyla Rose just looks like a girl who's wrestling. Anthony Bowens just a nigga who's wrestling. You don't know he's gay outside of him doing a Pride ad or something.
Okay.
I fuck with them. I don't give a fuck who you sleeping with. I give a fuck that you're pushing a narrative or trying to push that shit on everybody and trying to make everybody accept it. Everybody doesn't have to accept. Some people are religious, my nigga. They don't have to accept your lifestyle. They don't have to. Get over it. The niggas ain't even accepted us for being black. The world ain't even accepted us for being black.
They compare it to being black.
Come on.
They try.
It's like they compare it, and that's one of the most frustrating things.
Yeah,
like,
I ain't trying to say that.
Yeah,
they done already passed us up in the rankings anyway. You know what I mean?
They have,
black
bro.
is like
they have.
That's how you advance. Let me stop.
Yeah,
anyways,
that's Laylo speaking.
It's just It's
PValley. Now, I never hear a lot of men talk about this show, and if I do, it's such negative comments behind it, mainly behind the character Lil Murda. In the closet, gay gangster rapper, who's on the DL, no Hughley. Now, the actor playing this character, J. Alphonse Nicholson, heterosexual male with a wife and kids. Now, the negative comments that's around this man is just horrendous. To me, yes, he's playing a gay role. Yes, some of the scenes is graphic. I just seen season 2, episode 4. It gets very graphic. But this is a role. This is not him in real life. But even if it was him, why is this so bothersome to people? It's a fucking role. Now, you got some people that'll say, but if he's a heterosexual man, why would he play a homosexual man? Is Denzel a cop? You think he just ride around training people all day? You think Denzel just ride around shooting Rogers on a daily basis? You have to make it make sense. But Jody, that's different. What's the difference? Leonardo DiCaprio was a slave owner in Django, and he dropped a lot of M-bombs and none of them was nuclear. Do any of us think he's a slave owner? And if you think he is, and if you think Denzel is really training day, I think that says a lot about their good acting, but it says more about your stupidity. And when it comes down to the Little Murder role, my favorite people is the people that say, no amount of money or fame could ever make me play that role. And to that I say, okay, so are you an actor? No, I'm a street nigga. So shut the fuck up, bitch. Can we make it make sense? You're not an inspiring actor. Why would you put yourself in a position to receive a homosexual acting role when you're not an actor at all? You need to stay in a trap house place. I read statuses that said, if that was my husband, I would have filed for divorce after that episode. Bitch. A lot of y'all got husbands and boyfriends that's playing the role of Little Murda and he ain't acting at all. It's the ignorance for me. It's the same ignorance when people say shit like, if I was born in the slave days, they would have had to just kill me. And you know what? The truth is they wouldn't have. Because the knowledge of what we know now, you wouldn't have had back then. You literally wouldn't have had a choice. Our ancestors was operating out of fear. And granted, some took the high road and risked their lives because they didn't want to fall under the terms and conditions of slavery. But their bravery never overshadowed the fear of those who didn't take such high road. And you know what? They didn't look down on those who stayed. I don't know, man. It just kind of irks the nerve of the ignorance that people have. You got a man who came from nothing, a street drummer in the streets, drumming his ass off to make ends meet. And now he's a solidified actor and he can support his family. And people want to tear him down because he's playing a gay role. A role that has more truth than fiction. Because even though the LGBT community is so strong and powerful now, there's still people that will never be accepted, especially if they come from street essence. Because when you in the streets, we're taught toughness, masculinity. And if you swinging over there, you can't be tough, which is bullshit. Because there's a lot of men that like men that'll knock your shit back. The streets is bullshit anyway. It's a big propaganda and myth. That's a whole nother story. You know what, to be honest, I was against watching this P-Valley show. When I was seeing the trailer, I was like, oh shit, strippers. I love a bad bitch. This seems like my type of show. When I see Uncle Clifford, I'm like, yeah, I'm a pass. The female really had to put me on. Like, no, Jody, you would really like this show. I'm just thinking like, I doubt it. Cause look, Uncle Clifford is like way out there. But you know what? He gangster. More gangster than a lot of y'all. Read the comments, ladies. Am I lying?
You be careful who you let through the door, because you can't save every single hoe.
And I was a little homophobic, I guess. But when you watch the show, promise you, it's 80% bad, attractive, athletic females, and 20% of the other stuff. Is it graphic? Sure. But I would assume it's realistic. And it's really not a bad show. You wanna know what's crazy? There's some real girly scenes, but we never talk about that. I wanna get straight into the gravy. The dudes. The women of the show is the real meat and mashed potatoes. Glad I watched the show. I was gonna deprive myself from my Mercedes. That's my Mercedes. He's really turning up this season, but I was ignorant. In conclusion, love who you love, even if you don't understand. Just remember this. It's not for you to understand, and nobody fucking asked you. For degrees, I ain't got no money yet, but I'm rich.